Good evening, friends. This video is meant for the children from class 1 to 8. Particularly, it is meant for all those who are lover of language. Friends, the parents often, get puzzled when their children ask them two types of voice, active and passive. Actually, sometimes the children question their parents asking about what kind of verb can have two different voices. Definitely the verb transitive, which is having an object as well as subject, can have two voices, active as well as passive. Now the question arises, this elementary knowledge of voice, is it essential for all the children? Yes, it is essential for children and adults also, because often we speak explaining the procedure of things, or we write some of the procedures like how to open an account in a bank. Sometimes we explain the process of preparing this in English. So all the procedures that we explain to the audience that require passive form of the verb. Now the question arises, what is a passive form of the verb and what is active? So first of all, we'll talk about active voice. When the subject of the verb performs an action named in the verb. When the subject of a verb performs an action named in the verb, that verb is said to be in active voice. For example, parents love their children. Obviously, here the subject is parents and the verb is love and the object is their children. So now this is active voice because here we find that the subject parents perform the action, that means they love their children. The same thing can be put in simple present passive. The children are loved by their parents. So when we are taking the second form of the voice, that is, we are bringing the object first and then we are using EJMR plus V3. So it is just like object plus EJMR plus V3 plus by plus doer. So children are loved by their parents. Here what is happening? Here the object, or here the subject of the verb is receiving the action. So this is the difference. When the subject of the verb receives the action named in the verb, that verb is passive form of the verb. But when the subject of the verb performs an action, it is active voice. When the subject of the verb receives the action, it is passive voice. Like here, the subjects here, the children receive the action. They are they are loved by their parents. So the action being received by the children are loved by their parents. So that is, this form of the voice is known as passive voice. Now in simple present passive, we generally use object plus EJMR plus V3 plus by plus doer of the action. So say for example, the principal gives away the prizes to the winners. The winners are given away the prizes by the principal. Now, while changing active to passive, we have to keep in mind that we have to always keep the verb in V3 form. Like if there is a sentence, Banaras, and then there is a blank. Banaras blank in countries with hot climate, and the verb given in the bracket is grow. So in simple present passive, we have the object Banaras. Now it is singular, so we will take it. Banaras is grown in countries with the hot climate. Similarly, in the second sentence, the object is I. So when we are making I receive the action, and the verb that we are going to use is make. So I'm made to feel comfortable when I go to the place. Second hand furniture is sold here. So second hand furniture is the object, and as it is singular, is used, and V3 of sell is sold. So object plus is plus V3 plus by, but there is no use of by here because it is a understood statement. Therefore, second hand furniture is sold here. Children are advised to drink water purified only by the RD system. In India, parliamentary elections are held once every in 5 years. In the case of these investment, income tax is deducted at source. So what do we find here? We find that in simple present passive, we are using object plus is MR plus V3 plus by plus doer. In procedure making also we are using object plus is MR plus V3. Like paper is made from wood obtained from a variety of trees. The pine, the polar, beech, etc. Wood from these trees are taken to a paper mill where it is cut into chips, and then after the chips are further, you know, put into huge bats, and they are boiled and stirred with chemicals used, and they are further converted into pulp. The pulp is washed and filtered to remove it. That is the way how we prepare the paper. Suppose the sentence is we keep the restaurant open till midnight. Obviously, there is no need of by here, but it is understood a statement. So we will just see the object here. The object here is restaurant. The restaurant is kept open till midnight. No need of using by us. Second sentence, children leave all kinds of things in the school bus. All kinds of things are left in the school bus. No need of by the children. The conductor collect them and deposit them in the office. The things that are left in the school bus are collected by the conductor and deposited in the office. Her father gives her a new set of books every month. A new set of books is given to her by her father, or she is given a new set of books by her father. Both the ways it is correct. We are taking indirect object first, like she is given a new set of books by her father every week, or a new set of books is given by her father every week. Who manages such a huge state? By whom is such a huge state managed? So this is how we are going to do simple present passive. Now the question arises, why I am talking about using passive in day-to-day conversation. So when we are expressing such kinds of verbs in day-to-day conversation, sometimes we need to express the verb in passive form. Like if you are talking about how the people are made aware of different problems in the society and their solutions, so you have to say it, you have to just describe it in passive form, that a seminar is conducted at places in every district to make the people aware of the problems such as problem of safe drinking water, road safety, pollution, and all other problems. The experts from different departments are invited over there to deliver the lecture and to make the people interact with them, and then advice, sincere advice is given to everybody, and the people are asked and requested to follow the advice given by the experts. Discussions are being held regularly by the different departments how to manage these problems, but particularly the government takes care of, the health department takes care of the safe drinking water. So safe drinking water is provided by the health department and the state government in collaboration, and situations are being studied in those remote areas where the drinking water problem is being recorded, and there the solution is being made by providing safe drinking water. So that is how we are going to make use of passives, and in the next video we'll talk about simple past passive. Thank you. Have a nice evening.